Years ago, whenever it was, when someone at talkSPORT went, let's put the darts on the radio, some people went, it would never work. Well, it does work, and one of the main reasons for that is because of the likes of Chris Mason and Paul Nicholson, who join us now, who have been absolute, not just this year, but every single year we've been lucky enough to have the World Darts Championship on talkSPORT. Boys, good to see you. How are you?
I'm good. Good
to see you. Well done,
pal.
firstly, well done for just...
Thank you. It's been a slog.
Oh, has it?
Yeah, it's been hard work. Well, the first, what did we do, 13
13 straight days, yeah.
Double sessions on the spin, so they were like 14.5-hour days in here. So
hold on, I've got that violin. Where'd you put it?
Yeah. I'll go and cry in my Bentley on the way home.
Yeah. That's a long time on air, right?
Yeah,
that is a long time.
Well, especially when you're trying to constantly, you know, we've got a script, but the players create that script, so we've just got to try and not make it be repetitive. So we're constantly looking for stories and angles and trying to add a bit of fun to it as well, but you know, take it very serious.
Let me ask you, Paul, I'll ask you, right, because I was chatting to someone earlier on, they told me now the darts goes on longer than the Olympics. There's the same amount of competitors as there are at Wimbledon, but they've got about 20 courts, we've got one dartboard.
Yep.
And I think it's going to get bigger. Next year it's in here, of course. Can it get too big? Can it go on for too long? I
think it can get too big. I don't think it should get any bigger than it is. I think 128 is a nice number. I think there was a lot of scrutiny about having 128 in it this year. But I think it's lived up to the nicer side of the expectation, so that we have seen a lot more countries involved. We've had 6 continents involved for the first time as well. So countries like Argentina and Kenya and other countries getting on board. I think it's a nice size, but any bigger, there would be question marks.
Yeah, I thought there was an initial fear, certainly for me, it would dilute it too much. But it was the opposite.
But do you think that from your perspective? Because as a fan, we just get another chance to go in that room, watch live sport, darts, which we all love, have a drink with our mates. So we might see it differently to you guys, right? You've got to work on it. We just have fun at it.
Yeah, and then you've got to worry about the quality aspect. But the ones that, like you said, David from Kenya was and I thought, I looked at all of his numbers coming in. There was not a great deal of stats, as you could imagine. I feared that it could backfire, and he was absolutely amazing. He lit the place up.
Is that was the problem? Is that what he was worried about? It was that maybe the quality. It was certainly you start to see more and more people, and then you start to see some of the legs be kind of walkovers.
Yeah, we had Jesus Solarte of Argentina as well, and South American darts is very much in its infancy. They're working with the Championship Dart Circuit in North America to try and go south into Central America and into southern parts of both Americas now. And what we saw from Jesus was very encouraging, because we want to take darts to these places. We don't just want to have it as a European-centric sport. We actually want it to be a global sport like others.
And when it's in here, this place, of course, so much history.
Did you ever play in here?
Yeah.
You did play in here?
Yeah, I think I played 4 times in here.
And how many people watched that?
It was the same. It was a different configuration when we played here. It was lengthways, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was long and thin. Now it's very wide and sort of stumpy.
But can I just say, people have just turned on the radio, we're talking about darts. Just in case.
But this place, and the plain glass windows, of course, synonymous with the news of the world back in the day. And I think there used to be 15,000 in here, but of course they were just crammed in. So it's gonna look incredible. I can imagine what they're going to do, light everything up, and it's going to be a new experience for everybody. And it's demand, which is a great thing.
And you think it's a good idea that it comes in here?
Yeah,
because it's absolutely incredible in there. Obviously next door, but here, it's how the layout's going to be.
Yeah, I think we were having a walk around here a few days ago, just trying to figure it out in our own minds. And we think that the back portion of this towards a monstrous stained glass window, which kind of looks like a dartboard at this side of Ali Pali, I think they'll have that as the entranceway, and then looking towards, to my right, as we're looking at it right now, that's where the board will be over there. The possibilities are phenomenal. I think Ali Pali, as a charity, as a company, they're going to do an incredible amount of work in the next 10 months with the title sponsor and the PDC. And I can't wait to walk in here in early December and see what it looks like.
Right, well, that's then. Let's talk about the now. All right, we've got 2 semi-finals coming up. First on stage, Luke Littler against Ryan Searle. Now, I'm a big fan of Luke Littler. I know you two are as well. He's only dropped, 2 sets on his way to the last 4. That was against Rob Cross in round 4. Last night it was under 40 minutes. He won, 5-0. I can't, even if he has an off day, I can't see anyone. I think
he's had one already where he averaged 97, and the rest of it's been incredible. So it's too late. He's had his off day. I just don't see how. We dig deep into the metrics to try and find any kind of patterns or any. Is there a reason why he's not going to average 105? And there isn't any. There's more evidence that he's going to average 105 than not. He's just a phenomenon.
Let me ask you both this question. It's horrible. Before you answer, have a think about it, okay? Phil Taylor's won 16. Luke's looking for his second. If they went head-to-head in their pomp, who wins that game? Who's the better player?
Taylor.
You think Taylor's the... Even though averages suggest it's Luke?
No, they don't.
They don't?
Taylor has averages that are still record averages, tournament averages, statistics which still stack up well above what Luke's doing. And there's a big difference playing against Phil Taylor than playing against a Ryan Searle or Luke Humphries or a Gary Anderson or a MVG. They don't have the mental capacity to almost make you wilt before it even starts.
I think Mason's right. If you look at the 2009 European Championship, which I believe is Phil Taylor's peak, he averaged 110 for 5 games. And then against Gary Anderson in the quarters, he averaged 118. We haven't seen that level from Luke in a place like this.
Fair enough.
So there are comparable data.
And the boards are way better now. Way better and way easier.
In what? Explain, elaborate. What do you mean the boards are better?
Because they've got the wires even thinner, the target area is even bigger. So the boards that I would have been playing on in the late 90s are between, depending on which brand, the modern board today is between 12 and 15% bigger. So when people talk about Bristow and, oh, we only averaged 95, put 12% on it.
The actual size of the ball was the same.
Size of the
ball
ball
the actual area that you could throw a dart into is bigger now because the wires are a lot thinner.
Yeah, so they basically...
And what percentage is that?
And it's a bit like what they do. It's between 12 and 15% bigger.
That's huge.
Yeah, with a game about small margins, you know, it makes a huge difference. And of course, it's better for the fans. So you get more 180s. Look when 9-darter started happening. It's not a coincidence.
So let me ask you then, Paul.
Yeah.
Do you think then Littler's at his peak? Or because how much further can he go? Because right now he's showing us things that be like, whoa, mind-blowing. So how much better can he get? Because that's quite scary.
I think there's going to be a peak from him. There's going to be a tournament he plays in the next 5 years where we think it can't get any better than that. I haven't seen his peak yet. I've seen him average 117 in best of 7 legs. That's the kind of level we can expect from him in set play. He set a set average record here last year of 140. I can't even conceive of anybody getting any better than that because that was 32 darts in a set. I mean, some people
takes me a leg, 32 darts.
Guilty.
So I think there's going to be a tournament where he finds the sweet spot, a bit like Taylor did in 2009 at the Euros. In Hoofddorp in the Netherlands, and I just think he'll probably average 112, 115 for a tournament.
I think if he takes the sport seriously, which probably sounds mad, but he didn't even bring a dartboard with him.
What do you mean?
Well, he's staying in a rented house, so the players now have all these, what they called them, like a travel board that comes up on a frame, gives you an hockey, and you can practice.
He didn't do that.
Didn't bring one with him. Didn't bother practicing.
It's crazy.
But John Daly was a great golfer, and he didn't used to go to the range much.
No.
Yeah, but it's different to taking a golf club in your bedroom, isn't it?
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, it could do a bit of damage. Yeah, I think at the moment, because he's so... He started so young, and it's like when you learn how to walk, it just becomes second nature. Darts to him and throwing at the board just is second nature, because it's inbuilt. But at some point, when, you know, what's the phrase... hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard. He will reach a point where everybody will sort of catch him up a little bit, and then he might have to graft.
We've sadly got to let you go. Give me a prediction for both. Luke Littler, these are both live on talkSPORT, by the way. Build-up begins from 7 week, come off air. Luke Littler, what score will he beat Ryan Searle? Sorry, Ryan Searle fans. I'm being honest. We all think Luke's going to win.
I think we've already said that Littler's going to win the game because all the metrics do tell us this. I think Littler's going to win 6 sets to 1.
Okay, and the other one, which is second up, Gary Anderson against Jan van Veen. How will that go?
This could be absolutely anything. They met once before in the Slam, 16-14. It was a while ago. It was 2024 in favour of Anderson. So if Van Veen was that close to him then, this version of Van Veen's better than that version. So I think this could go 6-5 either way. But
okay. Boys, this